Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Sure you have a great time. Can you hear me loud and clear? Good morning. Good morning. How has been trading? If you can hear me loud and clear, please drop a comment. Drop a comment if you can hear me loud and clear. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please drop a comment. Drop a comment if you can hear me. 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 Can you hear me? If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. If you have any pen, any instrument you want us to look at together, drop it in the comment section. If you can hear me loud and clear, you are welcome. Feels good to have you in today's session. Feels good to have you in today's session. You're welcome. You are welcome. You're welcome. All right. I'll share my screen in a few minutes. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Daniel. Good morning, Mr. Victory. Good morning. Good morning. If there's any paper to look at together, please drop it in the comment section. Drop it in the comment section. If there's any pen you want us to analyze together, drop it in the comment section. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen? Congratulations, Mr. Victory. Congratulations. You made so much profit on GJ and JU. Congratulations. Congratulations. I'm glad you executed the trade. I'm glad you did. Congratulations. If you all can see my screen. All right. So what pair do you want to look at? What pair do you want us to look at? Drop it in the comment section. What pair? GU is still bullish. GJ has been bullish. Australian dollar USD also is bullish. Euro Aussie is bullish, but I'm expecting the trend on EA to change to bearish soon. Okay, I'm expecting it to change soon. Okay, so are we expecting any fundamentals today? Yes, by 2:15, 4 p.m. Unemployment change will be released from the United States. Then by 4 p.m., ISM services PMI will be released from the United States. Australian dollar GDP was released at the early hours of the day, 1:30 a.m., and the forecast and the actual is the same. Okay, and President Trump spoke around I think he gave a speech around 3:10 a.m. Okay, and CHF data was released 8:30 a.m. and it was positive for USD CHF. Let's see how the market reacted to this. So immediately this news dropped, 8:30, USD CHF should sell. Okay, USD CHF should sell. Let's confirm that. Let's see how it played out on the chart. It should sell. Let's see that on the chart. 8:30 a.m. So you can see USDCH data was released. You can see how the market reacted to it. CPI, that's Consumer Price Index, was positive for USDCHF. So USDCHF should be bearish. Should be bearish. So let's see. So you can see on the chart. Can you see on the chart? Can you see that USDCHF has been bearish? I think the news was released around yeah, this time. Yeah. So it's when the news got released. So you can see it's been bearish and it is still bearish. Technically, it is bearish also. If you start with the daily time frame, you can see yesterday candle closed bearish. It closed bearish, broke out from the support level. You can see yesterday candle broke out from this support level. You can see it's a key support area. You can see it's a key support area. So yesterday candle broke out from that zone. That tells you that there's more supply than demand. That tells you that there's more supply than demand. Though the bearish move started from this point. The bearish move, that was on Monday. The bearish move on USDCHF started from this point. This would have been the best entry for USDCHF. This would have been the best entry if you're working with the daily time frame. Let's go down to 4 hour. 4 hour. So you can see on 4 hour, this would have been, if you're working with the 4 hour time frame, this would have been the best entry. You can see this would have been the best entry. You know why? You know why this would have been the best entry? We've had several candlestick pattern here indicating change in trend. You can see this is a spinning top, indicating change in trend. Then after the formation of these bullish candles, the next candle that formed is a doji. It's a doji. So one would have waited for this next candle to close bearish. Remember, for you to sell, you need to see a bearish candle. A bearish candle must form before you sell, right? So after the formation of this doji, one would have executed sell. So this would have been the best entry. So if this would have been the best entry, this would have been the first entry, this would have been the second entry for USDCHF. And now the market is trading far below these levels. It won't be wise to sell. Yes, it is still bearish, but if you take a sell trade, you'll be taking a very high risk. If you sell USDCHF, this is where you should have entered, and the market has over 140 pips, 140 pips. If you had missed this first move, you had an opportunity to sell, to have sold from this point, and you would have made at least 1 to 2 risk reward on this trade. Though it is still bearish, but it is risky to sell from the current market price. Okay, so let's look at GBP USD. Let's start with the daily time frame. Daily time frame, you can see it's bullish. GBP USD started buying after the close of Monday candle. This was Friday. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday candle. Okay, so one would have bought, let's see, 4 hour after the close of this spinning bottom on the daily time frame. What pattern do we have on? What pattern do we have on? What pattern do we have on 4 hour? So you can see the pattern here. This is AMA. This is AMA, and the next candle engulfed this AMA. So this would have been the best entry. We would have entered buy from this point. This would have been the best entry on Euro, on GBP USD. GBP USD, you would have bought from this point or wait for this pullback. I'm sure a fair value gap was created after this engulfing candle formed. A fair value gap was created. So let's go to 1 hour. So you can see this fair value gap that was created here. So this is the area or levels you would have considered buying. You can see what played out after price filled the gap. You can see this pullback here was to fill this fair value gap. So you would have entered from this point or after this pullback. Are you following? So GU is bullish at the moment. It is still bullish. For those who bought GU yesterday, congratulations. I'm sure you've made so much profit by now. You should have closed partials. should have closed partials or you should have exited the trade, because on this trade you would have made close to 3 risk reward, 1 to 3 risk reward. I wouldn't advise that you buy GU today. I wouldn't advise that you buy GU today. Buying GU is at a very high risk. You had the opportunity to have bought yesterday. If you didn't buy yesterday, then buying at the current market price is at a very high risk. GU is still bullish, but it's likely going to pull back before going bullish. It is likely going to pull back before going bullish. That's my take on GU. I hope that is clear. GU is still bullish. It's still bullish. Let's look at GJ. Let's start with the daily. Okay. GJ is still bullish. But should you buy from the current market price? No. Don't buy from the current market price. As you can see, price is currently at a premium area. If you apply your Fibonacci from this swing high to this swing low, you can see that price is currently at a premium. So there's a high probability it will pull back from this area. It's created a fair value gap here. If you go down to 1 hour, it's created a fair value gap. Price is likely going to pull back to fill that fair value gap. That's my take. You can see this fair value gap it's created on 1 hour time frame. You can see this fair value gap. You can see this fair value gap. You can see this breaker block here. Can you see that breaker block? So you can see this is another fair value gap. And we have a breaker block here. So there's a high probability price will pull back to fill this fair value gap before going bullish. I wouldn't advise that you buy GJ. Though the trend is still bullish, I wouldn't advise that you take a buy from the current market price. The risk is very high. This is where you should have bought GJ yesterday. After the formation of this doji, you can see after the formation of this doji, the next candle closed bullish. This is where you should have entered. And if you had bought from this point, yesterday, you would have made over 200 pips. Can you see that? You would have made over 200 pips on GJ. Can you see that? So buying at the current market price is very, very risky. Okay, so GJ is still bullish, but I expect price to pull back. It is likely going to pull back to fill this gap before it continues with its bullish move. I hope that is clear. Let's look at Australian dollar USD. Okay, New Zealand USD. Okay, we'll look at New Zealand USD too. If there's any pair you want us to analyze, please drop it in the comment section. So let's look at Australian dollar USD before we look at NZD USD. NZD USD is positively correlated with GBP USD. So if we are buying GBP USD, NZD USD also should be bullish. So on AU is still very bullish. AU is still very bullish. AU is still very bullish. You can see it. AU is still very bullish. So this would have been the best entry for AU. After the formation of this hammer. That is where after the formation of this hammer, you can see this hammer pulled back. I think the reason for this pullback was to fill this fair value gap, though it didn't fill it entirely. The reason for this pullback here, this sell, was to fill this fair value gap. But because there was a resistance here, you can see this resistance. I think that is the reason price didn't fill the gap entirely. It didn't fill it completely because of this resistance, which became a support. Can you see that? That could be the reason price didn't fill that gap entirely. Can you see it? So after the close of this candle, that would have been the best time to buy. What was it called? Australian dollar USD. You can see it's created a resistance here. Can you see this resistance? It's created a resistance here, and this candle broke out from that resistance. That tells me that there is more demand. There's more demand than supply. So one would have entered buy from this point, and I think it has done over 30 pips. Let's say from the point, over 35 pips, 35 pips. So it is still very bullish. It is still very bullish. But if you are buying from the current market price, you'll be taking a very high risk. I would suggest you wait. If you have not bought, if you have not executed the trade, I took a buy from this point and I'm in profit of 30 something pips on Australian dollar USD. If you have not executed the trade, you could wait for price to pull back. Yes, wait for price to pull back. It has created a fair value gap here. It has created a fair value gap here. So it could pull back to this gap before continuing with its bullish move. As you can see, what is holding price? What is the reason for this rejection? This rejection you're seeing here now, this rejection, what is the reason for this rejection? We have a fair value gap here. And you see this fair value gap, and we have a resistance here. You can see this is the reason for this rejection. This is the reason for this rejection. This resistance stone support is the reason for this rejection we are seeing in the market at the moment. If price breaks out from this zone, it is likely price won't pull back to fill this fair value gap. Price won't pull back. If it breaks out from this zone, if a 1 hour candle or 4 hour candle closes above this zone, it's likely USD will continue with its bullish move. It will continue with its bullish move. Okay. But if you've not entered a trade on GBP, on Australian dollar USD, please don't take the trade. You'll be taking a very high risk if you execute the trade. Okay, you'll be taking a very high risk. Okay, so let's see how that plays out. Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie, you could consider selling Euro Aussie. Okay, I would suggest you look for sell on Euro Aussie. Look for sell on Euro Aussie. That is what I would suggest. If you want to take a trade, sell Euro Aussie if 15 minutes candle close below this low. If 15 minutes candle close below this low, you can consider selling Euro Australian dollar. Are you guys with me? You could consider selling Euro Aussie if 15 minutes candle closes below this candle. And if you are selling below that level, your stop loss should be few pips above this level. You could just set it 10 pips above the high of this candle. Okay, wait for 15 minutes to close below this low. If 15 minutes does not close below this low, don't sell. Don't sell. Okay, don't sell. Wait for 15 minutes to close below this low. And if you are selling, let's assume the 15 minutes candle close at this point. Your stop loss 10 pips above this level. That should be about 40 pips. That should be about 40 pips. And if you are risking 40 pips, your first TP should be 60 pips. Your first TP should be 60 pips. Okay, your first TP should be 60 pips. Your second TP could be 80 pips. 80 pips. I believe if Euro starts selling, Euro Aussie starts selling, it should at least 200 pips. It should. You could aim for 100 pips. It's going to drop. The drop will be massive. When Euro Aussie starts selling, it will be massive. It will be massive. Okay, so that's my take on Euro Aussie. I am considering selling Euro Aussie. Waiting for 15 minutes candle to close. As you can see, the pattern we have here, this is an angry man. This is a bearish reversal pattern. Okay, this is a bearish reversal pattern. Okay, this is a bearish reversal pattern. What could be the reason for this pullback? Probably a fair value gap was created. Okay, let's see 5 minutes. Okay, this is 5 minutes. Let's go to 1 minute. It is likely a fair value gap was created, and that could be the reason for the pullback. That could be the reason for the pullback. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So you can see. Okay, I'm sure there was a fair value gap here. That could be the reason for this pullback, or probably this pullback was to clear the liquidity residing at this high. Okay, could be to clear the liquidity residing at this previous high. So wait for 15 minutes candle to close below this before you sell Euro Aussie. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. Those on Facebook, if you have any question, please drop it. If you're on Facebook, if you have any question, if there's any instrument you want us to look at, please drop it in the comment section. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. If you're on Facebook, if you have any question, any instrument you want us to look at, please drop it in the comment section. Okay, Mr. Gabriel, EU, AU, NU, yeah, all are upward trend. Okay, let's check gold. Let's check gold. Let's check gold. Gold is still very bullish. Gold is still very bullish. Gold is still very bullish. Any sell will be a retracement. Any sell will be a retracement. Any sell on gold will be a retracement. Probably gold might just pull back to fill this fair value gap. It might just pull back. It has not filled it completely. It might just pull back to fill this fair value gap before going bullish. It's likely going to pull back to fill this fair value gap before going bullish, but gold is still bullish. Gold is still bullish. How about this clear, Mr. Gabriel? Gold is still bullish. It's still bullish. So it's either price breaks, pulls back to fill this fair value gap, or breaks out from this resistance. If it breaks out from this resistance, it will continue with its bullish trend, okay, above this resistance, or buy at this fair value gap after price fills this fair value gap. That's my take on gold. That's my take on gold. That New Zealand USD, the pattern on New Zealand USD will be similar to what we have on, let's see, New Zealand USD. New Zealand USD. New Zealand USD, you can see similar pattern. The pattern we have on New Zealand USD is similar to what we have on Australian dollar USD and also GBP USD. Can you guys still hear me? Can you still hear me? So it's bullish. New Zealand USD is bullish. Okay, I think it's trading above this fair value gap now. It has broken. New Zealand has broken out from this fair value gap. You can see it's trading above this fair value gap that was created here. It's trading above this fair value gap. If the current 1 hour closes above this fair value gap, this will become an inverted, right? Inverted fair value gap. So it's likely going to continue with this bullish move, with this bullish trend. Okay, so that's my take on New Zealand USD. New Zealand USD is bullish. New Zealand USD is bullish. Any question? 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 If you're new to trading, you need someone to hold you by the hands and show you how to trade the right way. You can contact me. You can send me a message on WhatsApp. Okay, if you're new to trading, you should contact me for mentorship. Before you start trading live, you should know how to trade. You should learn the basics of forex trading, technicals and fundamentals before you start trading. You start without acquiring the right knowledge, you're going to lose money. You are going to lose money. You are going to lose money. Any question, any question, any question, any question. Any question, any question, any question. If you're interested in signal service, you can also contact me. If you're interested in signal service, the signal service costs just 20,000 naira monthly. So if you're interested in that, you can also contact me on WhatsApp. Just 20,000 naira monthly, and that's the price. In a few months from now, the price is going to go up. So if you're interested in that service, send me a message on WhatsApp. Now, before you trade my signals, before you execute my signals, I'm going to teach you how to manage your trades. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to manage your capital. Risk management is very key. Okay, so I need to teach you. When you subscribe, I will teach you how to manage your capital well. Okay. Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? Mr. Daniel, Mr. Victory, Mr. Gabriel. Any question? Any question? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. If there are no questions, I would have to end the live stream. I was supposed to come on live during the New York session, but I'm not sure. I don't think I will come on live. I don't think I will come on. I'll give you guys the signal for the day. All right, guys, that will be all for this session. That will be all for this session. I appreciate you all for your participation. I wish you all a profitable trading day. Please ensure you apply proper risk and money management. Don't over leverage. Don't over trade. Don't risk more than maximum if you experience 2% on your account. If you are new to trading, don't risk more than 1%. Don't risk more than 1%. Risk management is key. If you don't manage risk properly, you're going to blow accounts. You are going to blow accounts. So please ensure you apply proper risk and money management. Bye for now, guys.